For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Camping and Leisure with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you a review on the Vango Edoras range of inflatable tents. So behind me here I've got the 400XL, so it's a brand new size in the Edoras series. You've also still got the 500XL and then the 600XL as well. So in 2016 the Edoras was a really brilliant seller and sold out very early. I mean, we were sold out probably May. Which speaks volumes to the tent itself. So the joys of it is you've got the three areas. So you've got the sleeping area, a nice sized living area, and then also your canopy area at the front for your cooking. Like I said, brilliant model. 500XL was probably the most popular out of the two sizes last year. They did actually in 2016 do a 400 and 500. Those are no longer in the range, but like I said, the inclusion of the 400XL I think is a really nice little model. Certainly if you're looking for couples or small families, a great little thing. Said decent sized living area as well, but we'll go on to that in a second when we have a look inside. A few tweaks and changes for the 2017 season, and in my opinion some really nice improvements. First of which is this sort of second window on the roof, purpose being to flood more light inside the tent, but you can still get the privacy as well. So the curtain, which actually goes up to get this nice big window, carries on and goes along the roof. So really, for me, I think adding more extra light in the tent is never a bad thing, but you can get your privacy when you want to as well with the zip-up curtains. A major change as well for the 2017 season is they've introduced an extra door. So previously in the 2016 season, the front door and the side door were there, but on the other side there wasn't anything at all. So now you've got two side doors, both with mesh, and also you've got the front door again with mesh as well. So the beauty of that is you can pretty much enter and exit depending on where the wind or rain is coming from. You've still got extra ventilation panels, so along the bottom here, they've actually increased the ventilation panel to help with condensation. So it's about 20% bigger on sort of down the side, and also at the back as well, over the bedroom area, that's actually got 20% bigger as well. The joys, obviously, what you can do as well, they've introduced extra curtains for the canopy area as well. So even though you had this nice big window in the last year's model, this year you've got the big window and a bit on top, but you've got a privacy for the curtain. Joys of that, I suppose, is if you want to put an extra canopy on the front, or what they call a porch door, just to seal that front off, you can actually do up the curtains and get it completely enclosed inside. So if you wanted to leave your cooking equipment or something like that unattended, you can rest assured it's going to be tucked out the way, out of vision, so you haven't got any problems with it going wandering. One thing I do love about this particular tent is A, the colour. And B, it uses 150 denier fabric, so it's double the thickness of what you would normally get with a standard tent. So in terms of making it last longer, that's going to help really well. So the purpose of it means is you're actually investing, you might probably spend a little bit more on something like an air beam like this, but it's going to last longer, you get more use out of it, and obviously with it being air beam, i.e. quick and easy to use, the whole thing I've put up on my own in sort of about 10 minutes flat. So it's brilliant in that sense. You know, one person doing that, if you had a poled version, for example, no doubt it would take you double that, and that's probably with two people if you're doing well. By all means, check out our pitching video on this particular model, which is on our YouTube channel and our website page. Yeah, again, it's just really helping you guys understand how quick and easy it is to go up and certainly down as well. A new change as well, they've actually introduced orange guidelines this year rather than what we had previously, which was grey. So one thing we personally noticed was a lot of people would trip over the guy ropes because they couldn't see it. So I'm sure, yet again, from the end consumer's point of view, you had that same sort of issue. The last sort of big major change from the outside point of view is the awning which goes on the front. So like I said, they introduced a new porch door just to seal that whole section off. Difference is, last year the zip ran from about here just along the top. So for the 2017 season, it goes all the way from the bottom up, over the top and down the other side. Joys of this means it's a much more thorough attachment. So you can make sure it's more as part of the tent rather than just an extra. So really it kind of feels like it's actually embedded onto it and it was purpose built for it. So for me, that's a great little feature. It doesn't necessarily mean that any 2016, 2015 accessories for the tent won't fit. So you need to make sure you buy the current 2017 models with your 2017 tent. But in essence, that's pretty much the outside, but we'll talk a bit more about chops and changes and great little features on the inside in just now. So now we're inside the Edoras. First thing you can see is sort of the main three areas we've got. So you've got your canopy area, your nice deep living area, and then also the bedroom area as well. One fundamental point I would like to say is the height inside the tent is brilliant. You know, I can stand up in the corners, no problem, being 6'2", 6'3", and certainly with such a small footprint, that height makes it feel a lot bigger than you actually would think it would be. Yeah, again, that height continues into the bedroom, so I can more than happily stand up in here, get changed or whatever I need to do. Yeah, again, without having to worry about sort of stooping down, trying to get your trousers on in the morning. Canopy area, like I said, on the outside is nice and versatile. So you've got the lovely PVC windows on sort of the main body and in the top as well. But you've got the curtains to get your privacy when you want to. So the curtain just in the canopy area doesn't actually go up to cover the skylight. The purpose being really is you don't necessarily need it 100% in this area because it's so open. If you were going to buy the porch door, which I was saying on the outside, it's probably worth just buying out all the extension just to make it feel completely different. So by just simply adding a porch door onto the front section, it changes the aspect of the tent completely. It becomes from a sort of 2-area zone to a completely enclosed 3-area zone. All the curtains on this model are sort of zip up and down. So the joys of this means you can sort of have it halfway if you want to, or zip it down to a little pocket, roll it and keep it neat and tidy. The difference from last year to this year is the actual door has moved position. So rather than being dead in the centre, it's now pushed to the side. Purpose being really is the case if you've got a nice PVC window here, but you can actually put a larder or a table, that sort of thing, so it's more usable space. So a nice little tweak there. On the front door, you've still got the mesh door as well, so you can get good circulation air, certainly with that canopy. Zip the mesh door in, you've got a good circulation air, and if it chucks it down with rain, you're still more than happily, you're not going to get anything inside the main body where it's got a sewn in ground sheet. You've still got 2 big nice windows on the side with the zips to go up to the top up here, and the new extra door on this side over here really makes it versatile. So like I said, you've got mesh door here, so purpose being if the wind sort of chops and changes way, you can quite happily zip that one up and you just change it around really. A major tweak into 2017 is an introduction of what Vango calls sky rail. So sort of the sky rail system is basically a beading which is fixed onto where the beams are. So what it actually allows you to do is create a hanging point anywhere along the beam. So it's really nice and versatile and something that's brand new and quite game-changing really for tents. So we all know about the problems of not having enough areas to things to hang lanterns up or bits and bobs. So Vango eventually going to introduce different accessories that you can clip onto this little sky rail part here and sort of hang across. So it's a really well engineered design and certainly something going forward. Not necessarily, there's a few bits and bobs, sort of like clips and stuff you can add rails to for the 2017 season, but further on down the line in a few years time, that's really going to be a great little concept that you can really adapt your tent to make it your own personal space. So this has been the 400 model, like I said, 400XL. You've still got the 500XL and the 600XL in the range. So for me, like I said, the 500 is probably going to be the most popular. The 400 is probably not going to be a close second, and the 600, yeah, again, was quite popular. So the principle of you've got a nice large living area is brilliant. And certainly we had the 500 up on display and certainly will for the 2017 season. So you're more welcome to come into our shop. It's all indoors. You can come have a look at that as well. We can certainly talk through a bit more in detail about certain items, and it's a really nice little thing. So in the sleeping compartment, you've got a zip divider. So it makes it feel almost like 2 separate complete inner bedrooms. So the joys, yet again, if you want to have your privacy away from the kids, you can quite happily do so. Alternatively, you can actually completely zippily open it all up just to create one complete area. So that's a great little thing. Yet again, a lot of companies don't actually offer a zip divider. It tends to be almost like a just a toggle divider, almost like a sheet, rather than something that's physical like that. You still have loads of little storage pockets. So you've got pockets, obviously you can put your keys, books, that sort of thing. Yet again, in the bedding area here, you've got a range of pockets just there. So if you want to put your phone in the evening or something, or a torch, you can make sure you know where it is and it's not cluttering up the bedroom. But in essence, a really nice model. other things as well to think about is sort of cable entry points. So you've got 3 in total, one on this side here, one at the front just down here, and then finally another one at the back. So it doesn't matter which area the sort of the mains is coming from, you've got it pretty much covered. One thing that certainly Vango try to do is increase their ventilation panels. So they've actually made the sort of ventilation panel, it's about much larger, just to help with circulation of air. So condensation is a real burden, certainly with something with inflatable, because you've got condensation happening inside the beam as well. So they've also increased the panel at the back up here, just made it larger, just to get a good circulation of air and keep it nice and fresh and airy inside. But really nice model, and certainly with the sort of exercises, like I said, the 500XL, the 600XL, there's some really good scope there, and certainly, like I said, from last year, a great model to look at. So in essence, that is the Vango Edoras range of tents.